Puntahan naman natin ang buhay ng mga rich and famous. Tingnan natin kung gaano kaganda ang bahay ng mga ito. Gaano kalalaki, gaano katagal ginawa, magkano ginastos, at sino-sino ang nagmay-ari magkatapos nilang pagsawaan ng mga bahay na ito. So, let's visit and let us see the kind of lifestyle these rich and famous have.
For many of us, the thought of buying a home can be daunting, but for most of the world's ultra-rich, an impressive home is an absolute necessity. Forget your expectations of a normal mansion. These homes redefine the meaning of luxury, with amenities fit for royalty and price tags that restrict these homes to individuals with well over $1 billion. From French chateaus to Indian mega towers, we're counting down the top 15 most incredible homes in the world.
Number 15.
This massive house holds the title as both the largest and most expensive home in Los Angeles County. The property was originally owned by crooner Bing Crosby.
Yan ang tinaguriang first multimedia star during that time. Aaron Spelling was an American film producer.
History. His past shows include Charlie's Angels, Love Boat, Dynasty, Beverly Hills 90210, and Seventh Heaven. At the time of his passing, Spelling had an estimated net worth of well over $600 million. Although he was extremely shy in real life, Spelling decided to build the most ostentatious house LA had ever seen. Presents: 4 two-car garages, tennis court, and several pools. The parking lot accommodates 100 vehicles, and there are also 16 carports. The house was very controversial among neighbors, as it dwarfed even the most impressive mansions for miles around. After Spelling died in 2003, the house was sold to socialite Petra Stunt, who was only 23 at the time.
Petra Stunt Ecclestone, siya yung daughter ng Formula 1 racing magnate Bernie Ecclestone. She's from Westminster, London, England.
The list price was $150 million, by far the highest in LA history. Stunt, who also owns a $90 million residence in London, has recently expressed interest in selling the manor.
Number 14.
Beyond its size and location, this home has some of the most amazing amenities on our countdown. It took real estate legend Bruce Makowski and a team of 300 more than 4 years to renovate this property, which went on the market in 2017 for a phenomenal $250 million.
Si Bruce Makowski, isang real estate developer yan. In 2017, nag-set ng record yan for the most expensive home listed in the US. It was a house built in Bel Air for a market value of $250 million.
A candy wall, and the largest residential television in the world, which is 30 feet wide. And that is just the outdoor TV, which is placed at the end of an infinity pool, looking out over Los Angeles. Nearby is one of the most advanced home theaters ever built, a $2 million James Bond-themed screening room, with 30 reclining seats made from handcrafted Italian leather, and a 22-foot screen, and a sound system with 57 speakers and 16 subwoofers that you feel as much as you hear. The 4K projector is also preloaded with 7,000 movies as well as loads of games. As part of the price, Makowski will also pay for the home's full-time staff of 7, including a chef, chauffeur, and masseuse, for 2 years. Though he has yet to find a buyer for this incredible home, it's hard to argue that the price tag is largely justified.
Number 13.
This Hamptons Estate actually includes 4 different houses for a total of 110,000 square feet. The main house alone has 29 bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, a basketball court, movie theater, and bowling alley. In addition to 3 swimming pools and miles of private shoreline, there is a hot tub valued at more than $150,000. The property taxes alone are $650,000 every year, more than enough to buy an incredible home somewhere else. The house is owned by junk bonds billionaire Ira Renner.
Ira Renner. Isa siyang American billionaire, CEO of Renco Group of Companies in Brooklyn, New York, USA.
Only valued at $250 million.
Number 12.
This Montana mansion has 10 bedrooms and is located directly beneath a ski resort called Rampage Mountain. The owners don't need to worry about getting cold in the winter though. In addition to a wine cellar, massage room, and gym, the house has heated floors and a fireplace in every single bathroom. Not much is known about the property, but its owner Tim Blixseth has been the source of dozens of scandals over the years. The former timber baron has defrauded banks and even sold fraudulent software to the US military.
Tim Blixseth. Siya isang American real estate developer. He's also a songwriter and a timber baron. He was once in the list of Forbes' wealthiest Americans in 2006 with a net worth of $1.3 billion. Number 11.
Uptown Court is an incredible California-style mansion located in Windlesham, England. It has some of the most amazing features of any privately owned home in the world. For example, it has an astonishing 103 rooms, 24 bedrooms, fully automated 2-lane bowling alley, 5 swimming pools including an infinity pool, a squash court, a floodlit tennis court, a wine cellar with a capacity for 3,000 bottles, and a panic room. Equally as impressive, the house sits on 58 acres of landscaped gardens and woodland. Even the roads at Uptown Court are impressive. The house is entered by a $3 million heated marble driveway. The house was initially constructed in 1924 for British General Sir Philip Ward and his family of 5. It stayed in their possession until 1977, when Saudi Prince Sami Gayed bought the property for an undisclosed amount.
Sami Gayed of Egypt. Neighbors in that posh town include Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, and Sir Elton John.
The company began rebuilding it as a dream home for Bruce Willis. Though Willis pulled out of the deal, the house has had many owners since 2000. The annual operating costs of the mansion are more than $3 million, so it's imperative that each owner has an excessive income. The property was last sold for $139 million.
Number 10.
The Playboy Mansion is an opulent 12-bedroom home in Beverly Hills. The 21,000-square-foot mansion is less famous for its amenities than it is for its notoriously hedonistic lifestyle of its inhabitants. The house was built in 1927 and had several owners before Playboy acquired it in 1971 for a modest $1 million. The Playboy Mansion is, of course, most closely associated with the late founder of Playboy magazine, Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner, an American magazine publisher. Siya ang founder and editor-in-chief of the Playboy magazine, Chicago, Illinois, USA.
A massive wine cellar, a movie theater, tennis courts, a grotto, and a zoo. But the most interesting facts about the Playboy Mansion have very little to do with the house itself. The property has been the epicenter of sexual socializing for more than 50 years. Countless celebrities have graced the mansion's halls and many moved in for periods of time, including Godfather actor James Caan and poet Shel
James Caan
Silverstein.
naman, of course, marami nakakilala pa rito, American actor.
In 2011, 123 guests developed high fevers and respiratory illnesses. A team of epidemiologists traced the disease back to a specific whirlpool hot tub in the grotto, where a wide variety of adult activities had just transpired. But aside from this incident, the mansion has been one of the most famous residences in pop culture. Despite the controversy surrounding Hugh Hefner and his legacy, the home was sold for $100 million soon after Hefner's death.
Number 9.
The castle is located in the town of Bran, deep in the Transylvanian region of Romania. However, the name is a bit of a misnomer. Vlad the Impaler, a 15th century prince known for his proclivity for torture and cruelty, was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's 1897 Dracula. Vlad spent time in the region around Bran Castle, and the current owners decided to capitalize on the tourism they knew Dracula's name would bring. In reality, the castle was first constructed in 1212 and was home to many different dynasties, including Mongols, Ottomans, and Magyars. Since 2009, the castle has belonged to Archduke Dominic von Habsburg.
Si Dominic von Habsburg, he was a royalty, a member of the House of Habsburg. Reign, kilala rin siya by his ancestral title as Archduke Dominic of Australia.
Bedrooms firsthand. The castle is still outfitted with much of the furniture from the peak of the Austrian Habsburg Empire, and many of the antique items are as priceless as the house itself.
Number 8.
Kensington Palace is the highlight of London's Billionaires' Row. The street is one of the most expensive residential zip codes in the world, and Kensington is by far the most impressive. The property is valued at more than $140 million and was last purchased by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich.
Roman Abramovich, isa siyang Israeli-Russian billionaire, businessman and politician. Siya rin yung owner ng Chelsea Premier League Football Club. He is from Saratov, Russia.
Both as a full-time residence and a seasonal home to numerous monarchs. But during World War II, the palace served a much scarier purpose. The British military refitted the facilities and transformed them into a prisoner of war camp, known colloquially as the London Cage. Though the grounds were located in an extremely central London neighborhood, precautions were taken to keep the events totally secret. Only after the war did it come out that the facilities were used for torture, complete with dozens of cages and interrogation rooms. Since then, the house has been converted back into a royal residence. Prince William and Prince Harry both grew up in the palace with their mother, Princess Diana, even after her divorce from Prince Charles. Now the Italian-style residence has been returned to its former glory, and future additions, including an underground extension